Hi guys. Hi. Hello guys. Welcome back and thank you so much for being here. What's going on? As you can see, I'm getting back in the groove of things. There's so much that I want to talk about. Let's start with this latest DNA situation between Davido and one particular lady who has for a very long time been claiming that Davido is the father of her child. Okay. So she's been making this claim for quite some time now. And recently, the lady also came out again with the same claim, basically wondering why Davido has refused to do the needful as far as their alleged child is concerned. And I think that this matter has now reached a point where even Davido's father can no longer pretend he's not seeing what's going on. He can no longer pretend that he's not reading what is being said in the news or whatever. And you know how all these rich people are. They are all about the image or whatever. If you guys can hear me, can you just type yes? Because I don't want this to be a situation whereby I'm just talking and talking and talking, not knowing that you guys cannot hear me. So I'm hoping that those of you that are currently here, I'm hoping that you guys can hear me. Can you just type that yes, you can hear me? Thank you so much for doing that. So, anyways, recently the lady came out. Every now and then she would just come out and be like, basically reminding everybody, including Davido, that he still has a child here that he's not caring for. So the father, I guess, he has reached a point. Davido's father has reached a point where he can no longer pretend as if he's not seeing what's going on. So he's now addressing the matter. So I have not listened to all of this. Let me do a quick sound check because I'm asking if you guys can hear me, but nobody is responding. So let me do my own quick sound check to make sure that I'm not just talking out of thin air and that you guys can actually hear me. So, okay, okay, yeah, you guys can hear me. You guys are just refusing to help me out. That's okay. That's okay. So yeah, Davido's father is now addressing the situation, is now speaking out. I am yet to play this. I'm gonna be watching this alongside all of you. Before that, let me go ahead and let me share something. Let me do a quick share. Hope you guys are doing okay. Please do me a solid and share the video. Share the video, share my thoughts. So let me do a quick read up from LIB. So LIB wrote this and said, Dr. Deji Adeleke, the billionaire father of singer Davido Adeleke, aka Davido, has come out to address the paternity claim made against his son Davido. A young lady based in Ibadan, Ayola Binjo, has insisted that she had relations with Davido when he visited Ibadan some years ago, and that she got pregnant and had a baby girl, and that the singer has since refused to take responsibility for the little girl named Anu. Recently, the issue came up online after Anu, via her IG page, appealed to the singer to carry out a fresh DNA test just so she can be sure he is indeed not her father. Davido, in his reaction, said that 5 DNA tests have been carried out and that all the tests came out negative. Today, Deji Adedeji held a press conference in which he addressed the paternity claim. So basically, I remember watching that. I remember seeing that post by Davido claiming that they've already had like 5 DNA tests. Okay. So I remember watching that and I remember thinking, wow, a whole five. Una do one, una do two, una do three, una do four, una do 5 whole DNA tests. That means for me, I felt like it was an exaggeration. Okay, Davido exaggerates a lot. I felt like it was an exaggeration that they didn't do 5 DNA. But the one person who has particularly spearheaded this whole DNA situation has been, what did they call her? Madam Kemi Olunloyo. She has basically spearheaded this whole situation, and she has even posted recently how she sent money to the lady. And I feel like a lot of people don't know this because people are so interested in eye service, you know, who now who loud pass, now who make noise pass. Now a lot of our people they believe. A lot of people don't care about substance. Unfortunately, they care only about who makes the loudest noise. Because my thing is, if you want something, if you want your issue to be taken seriously, the last person you want to go to with your issue is somebody like Kemi Olun lawyer, unless you don't want that matter to go anywhere, unless of course you are lying, you just want clout, you just want noise, you don't want real resolution to that action. Because if you want a real resolution, if you really want an outcome that will favor you or whatever, and if you really know, especially it's not even a matter of an outcome that will favor you, if you know that you have like a bona fide claim, the last person you want to bring that claim to is Madam Kemi Olun lawyer. And I place Very Dark Man in that same category. Those people are the last people you want to carry your claim. Again, unless of course you just want clout, unless of course your claim is not legit, you just want to use it as an avenue to like score some kind of clout chasing point or whatever, then feel free to go to those people. There are a bunch of them like that, but just right at the top of my head, those are the two people that I can, But yeah, Kemi Olun lawyer has been the one carrying this matter, discussing this matter, and all of that malarkey. And each time she does, I just shake my head because she makes things worse for whoever it is that has gone to her for any kind of help. She'll make the matter worse for you. But anyways, this is Davido's dad addressing the DNA situation because it's just in bad light. Again, another thing, the fact that Davido even said that they've had 5 DNA, it just really shows the lack of self-respect on Davido's part, the lack of discipline, self-discipline on Davido's part. You're just going anywhere and just raw dogging anyhow. Like children, no matter the circumstances, my opinion about children is that children are always a blessing. It's children are always a plus to your life. As long as you do the right thing by them, they're always a plus. But what if you contract disease? That's if to say he has not already contracted disease. Oh, and this was before he knew how to do NDA and have all these women sign NDA, because nobody can tell me that he's still not moving that way. He's still not moving like that. But the difference, I'm sure he has now learned, his publicist or whoever is managing him has now learned the concept of NDA. I meant to say NDA. I don't know if I said DNA. I meant to say NDA, non-disclosure agreement, whereby you can do whatever you like. You can choke your stuff wherever you like. Just make them sign that they will not come out later and rat to the world. If they do, you will sue them. So now that he has discovered that, he's able to like manage his situation. He's able to like hide the things that he's doing with the NDA so that nobody will go and tattle. None of the girls that he messes with will go and tattle and tell the whole world that they had relations with Davido. You get? But again, it just tells you the lack of basic human decency that this man has. If you look at all the women who came out, was it last year or 2 years ago, to claim that he had this thing with them, that they were pregnant for him and na. Like, just imagine all the disease that guy would just be carrying around. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. So let's listen to what his dad has to say.
My name is Dejadeleke.
I don't know.
My name is Dejadeleke. You are all welcome to our home. I'm the father of I have five children, three boys and two girls.
Imagine having five children. Not only one, now be the tortoise wey no dey finish for story. Only one, they drag your name through the mud. They drag you everywhere. Honestly, I personally just feel with all of the things that Davido has done, the way that he has so rubbished himself. The only reason why he's relevant today is because they are able to do all this payola stuff. They will pay DJs and pay um music stations to play their music or whatever. That's the only reason why, because this man has done so much damage to his reputation. Like it's sickening. Imagine having three boys and only one of them has to drag your family name through the mud. That there's no way that is fun. Hmm.
David Adeleke, that you all know as Davido, is the baby of my family, is the last born. And I'm calling this press conference. This is my ever first time of addressing the press. And, and for just one single reason.
Hi Joyce, long time.
I'm not on the social media, but I'm sure those of you in the social media will have been inundated with all kinds of talks about almost every year this thing, keeps coming up regarding uh, one little girl called Anulupo that lives in Ibadan. That Kemi has continually alleged that Kemi Olu lawyer has continually alleged that
Oh, thank you so much, Joyce. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you, babe. Thank you.
David is the father of the little girl. To start with, let me put it on record that I have 14 grandchildren, and I'll tell you the story about Anulupo and what has happened since I received a letter in 2014 from a lawyer in Ibadan alleging that my son David got somebody pregnant and abandoned uh, the person with the child. And I'll tell you what the actions that I took immediately and what. But the reason why I call this press conference, is for us to address. I'm not even sure if it's legal for someone to impersonate a minor.
Belita says, I have been thinking about you, Jade. Where have you been? Good to see you. Thank you so much. I've been around. I've just been taking my break, trying to like decompress from all of the drama, beginning of the year and everything.
This Kemi Olu lawyer has been after my son David for many years. Everything she says about David is always negative.
I wonder how Madam Kemi Olun lawyer is going to like address, especially seeing how Davido's dad just name dropped her. I wonder if she's gonna go on a tirade. Cause yeah, that lady, she's like she goes, she
And negative, trying to put him in bad light, with the public. This that I'm about to read to you is what I received.
Meanwhile, there is a working theory. I actually saw something. Somebody made a post and said, have you guys noticed that it's during around award season that people will typically come out to this DNA stuff, pregnancy stuff, this one and that one. The person was basically trying to say that people are using all of this negative publicity to ensure that Davido does not get any awards or whatever. Personally, I don't think that's the case. Okay, that's just paranoia. That's just people trying to spin things in a way. There will always be the people that are going to spin things whichever way they want to spin it. But I don't think that's the case. Again, you saying that, have you noticed that it's only during awards time that they will come out and do this and do that? That is you shifting the blame. away from the person that you should be blaming and holding responsible. All those women, if Davido had behaved in a responsible way, none of those women will come out and say that. None of those women. But Davido has not behaved in a responsible way. So the blame lies squarely on Davido. You people can twist it however you want. People can push whatever narrative that you want. But he's still the one who cannot exhibit self-control when it matters the most. He can't. He's the one that is bringing all of this disrepute on himself. The Bible says righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any man. He is the one that cannot keep his little John between his legs. That's the reason why all these women are having the audacity to come and accuse him, because he's the one running indiscriminately, shamelessly. So when I saw that, I just laughed. I was like, you people and your conspiracy theories. If a woman feels like she is the man is the mother, the man is the father of her child, and she wants the man to take a test or whatever to confirm, if the man had not played anyhow, disrespected himself, that woman will not have the audacity. Have you ever seen such a story about Burna Boy? Have you ever seen that? Because Burna Boy does not move like that. Davido lacks major self-respect. Davido lacks major self-respect. Oh, Joy says, just when I needed someone good to analyze, boom, here you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys, you know me now. I will always set the record straight. I always say it like it is. Do you get? Do you understand what I'm saying? So Davido is the one that lacks basic human decency. Davido is the one that lacks basic self-discipline. He is the one that keeps putting himself in this situation. You cannot blame somebody else or blame one entity or some faceless whatever, when if he had not moved the way that he was moving, none of this would have happened at all. So I saw that, I was laughing. That was a few days ago. I was just like, can you imagine? Nobody ever wants to hold that man responsible for the things that he has done. They always try to like blame some kind of invisible entity somewhere, some type of agency, some type of entity pulling the strings. Like, it's so bogus to me. It's so wild. So wild.
Received from the sister to Anu's mom that lives in Abuja. I'm not going to mention her name, but she's in communication with me. When this happened, she was the first, because I'm not in the social media. She saw the thing that was supposedly written by her niece, and then she sent this to me. Say, good afternoon, sir. So I hope your day is going well. I just saw this on a blog post. I just wanted to clarify that the account is not run by me, Ayo, or my mom. The account is run by Kemi Olunloyo, whom we have cut ties with years ago. I really do not know why she keeps posting these things, knowing fully well that we are no longer in communication. We have reached out to her several times to stop posting anything about Anu. I'm sorry if this embarrasses your family in any way. And immediately I saw this, I called David. I said, David, have you seen anything in the social media? He said a lot of things that this woman has started again. And I've always told David to ignore this woman, because someone that her own son, her own biological son, has come out to the general public to say that it disowns her, she's no more her mom, she's crazy, she's that. So if her own son can say that about her, why should we bother about what she says about David? That was why I've always told him, just please, just ignore her, and move on with your life. So when I received this, and I have on YouTube.
The thing is that no matter how you ignore Madam Kemi Olunloyo, yeah, no matter how you ignore her, unfortunately, there are some of our people sadists. Our people, we have a lot of sadists though. Sadists, bitter souls, miserable, their life don't become iron condemned, that go to Kemi Olunloyo's platform to get some kind of satisfaction from Kemi Olunloyo dragging Davido or dragging anybody that she's dragging. So those are the people. They will believe every single thing that Madam says. They will just take it hook, line, and say. I don't even know if they necessarily believe, because I don't think people are that daft, or maybe because they are so bitter with their own life, they are so miserable with their own life. They whether they believe really or not, but they will respond in a way that signifies that they believe everything that she's saying, just to keep the hate going. So no, even if you ignore from here till thy kingdom come, there are still a certain demographic of people, unfortunately, our country people, that will go there and sit there and just gulp everything that she's saying, swallow it up, because they need to hear those things to make them feel a little bit better about their own life. You know how they say misery loves company? Yeah. They are the embodiment of that saying, misery loves company. They will go there, they will listen to everything that she's saying, they will leave nasty comments, they will applaud her, they will praise her, they will call her a fantastic journalist, this, that, and the other. They will applaud her false prediction that never comes true, by the way. Everything that Madam Kemi has said, how many has come true? None. But they will applaud it. And then when eventually what she predicted doesn't come to pass, they will just simply move on to another thing. That's why I'm here thinking they don't necessarily believe what she's saying, but they're just happy that she has that level of she has that level of evilness to say the things that she says. You know, that's all they like. So yeah, even if you say ignore, 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 that ignoring it is not going to stop her from saying what she's saying.
YouTube, I've seen all kinds of things people have been saying, and I just said, look, maybe this might be a good time for me, as head of my family, to say our own side of this story. Like I said, I have 14 grandchildren. So what will one more do? Is it that I will not be able to afford to do things for her, or bring her into my family? But there's science, DNA. If you say you are my granddaughter, and the science has proven that you are my granddaughter, I will gladly accept her. So let me tell you the story of how I got to know about Anu. I received it. This is the document. I received this in the mail. Through DHL to my office. This is the DHL sent to me by Mandele A. Aiku and Co. from Ibadan in 2014 by DHL. And in the package, there are pictures of a little girl and pictures of David I mean, they put David picture, with the little girl. This was maybe they took, I don't know where they cropped David's picture and put it, and this the mother of the girl. So I received this in the mail 2014, and in that mail also, curiously, there was the birth certificate of the child. And what caught my attention was that in the record of the birth certificate, they said full name of father Adeleke David, full name of mother Adeleke Ayotomide. How can she be Adeleke?
So that means for the woman mind, for the babe mind, she don't cuckoo marry Davido like that. Hey God, I beg. Hmm. Or maybe this was just a way, you know, to like, I know that it's very complicated when it comes to birth certificates and paternal name. There is this thing where, you know, you have to, it's more valid if you put your, if the last name of your child is going to be your last name as well. Do you get? So there's, it makes them take you more seriously or something. Yeah, I know that there's some kind of complication with regards to that in Nigeria, anyways.
So that caught my attention. And then also in that DHL package was this letter from the grandmother of Anu, with her telephone number. I'm going to still show everybody up close so you can see everything. And he wrote, "Dear sir, I know you and your family are in good health and your work is thriving well because the Lord has been good to you, so I do not expect otherwise. Sir, I'm a widow with 2 daughters. I lost my husband 13 years ago and have single-handedly raised both of them with the help of God, but still having been, but has been very challenging. Early last year, my eldest daughter, Ayotomide, informed me that your son, David Adeleke, was responsible for her pregnancy. Their meeting occurred when your son came to Ibadan for a show. I sat with her as a mother to ask her about the father of the child, and she has confided in me so many times that your son is indeed the father of her child. She put to bed on November 19, 2013, and gave birth to a baby girl. So I'm not trying in any way to extort you, but to ask that your son steps up for paternity tests to confirm and take full responsibility of his daughter. I'm also not asking your son to marry her at all. Contained in this envelope are pictures of the baby and my daughter. Sir, I know you are a God-fearing man, and I plead with you for the sake of the pain that a widow goes through to raise our children, that you give me a quick and favorable response. Thank you, and God bless you." Immediately I saw this, even before calling David, before telling David, about this, that I called this woman and I said, "Look, I've not spoken to my son yet, but I'm going to speak to him. But I'll suggest to you to give me your address in Ibadan. I'll send my driver to come and know where you live. But I can assure you that if this girl is my granddaughter, you have no problems with me. I'll welcome her into my family happily."
Um, Joy says something doesn't make sense in this whole situation. If only they can do the test over again with transparency, it will be better. At this point, we don't know who's lying or saying the truth. Exactly. There is something that he said just now, Davido's dad. He said that he has 13 grandchildren. What one more? Do you understand? Like on the surface, yeah, that sounds like a very logical, question. Like, what's one more? If I can accept 13 grandchildren, why can't I accept one more? But we don't know. Because me, when I'm looking at this whole thing, I'm looking at it from a diabolical sense. Okay? This child, if it is true, if it is true that it's Davido's child, that would be Davido's overall first child. We know where we come from. We know the country that we come from. We know, you know, things happen. I don't want to hit the nail on the head. But yeah, on the surface, when he said that, okay, if I already accept 13 grandchildren, why can't I accept one more? Like I said, that's a very logical question to ask. Like, what's one more? If you can feed and look after 13, if a 14th grandchild is not a big deal. But let's look at it from a spiritual angle. That's all I'm saying. Let's look at it from a spiritual angle. Let's look at it based on our culture, based on what people do to gain success and retain success. That's all I'm going to say. It's the beginning of the year.
She was happy. She gave me her address. I gave the address to my driver. My driver went to Ibadan the next day to know exactly where they live. And I told her
All of that to say, I definitely agree with you. Something doesn't make sense.
that, look, the hospital that I use in Lekki here is an Indian hospital, Vadik Hospital. That's where I do my checkups and everything. And that I can ask the hospital to arrange for a DNA test. So when I went to the hospital, I went there myself. The hospital told me that they don't actually do the DNA test in-house, but there's a clinic that they partner with that they will invite to take samples of both the child and the father. But these samples will be sent to South Africa for analysis. A laboratory in South Africa, because it's not done in Nigeria. I don't think they have a lab in Nigeria that can do the DNA analysis. And I said, okay. And I called her, gave her the information that anytime they are ready, I'll send my driver to pick you up from Ibadan. So on the appointed day, I sent my driver to Ibadan very early. And my driver brought the mother of the child, the grandmother, and the baby. The three of them came. And because my driver knows Vadik Hospital, they came in. They were already there before I came in with. I asked David to come here and Lati, his aide. So David, myself, and Lati went and we met them at Vadik Hospital. We went upstairs and the Indian doctor said, he will allow only David, myself, the grandma, the mother of the baby, and the child. Lati can wait. So we're all in the same room. And he told us the procedure. It was not, I've read in the social media that they were drawing blood. It was not done by blood. It was from their saliva
Yeah,
in their mouth.
They do swab. Yeah.
So they brought the thing and swapped David's and put it in the container and sealed it. Swapped the baby's own and sealed it. And they told us that these samples will be sent to South Africa for analysis. And then when it's ready, myself and the mom and the grandmother of the baby, signed that both of us would be the ones to receive the result. So when the result was ready, I called her. They said, Madam, they said the result is out. I'll send my driver to pick you up so that both of us, because they will not give it to one person. We've already signed that both of us will see the result. So we went and they opened the result before both of us. And I'll read to you what, and I'm still going to show it to you. I'll show you all the other ones that we did also, but I can only show it to you, but I will not allow you to copy it because of one reason. Number one, it's very dangerous for someone's DNA profile to be in the public. Dangerous for David for one reason. Somebody can use it to frame him. If somebody commits a crime tomorrow and they say, they've taken sample of saliva or blood or whatever, or a sperm or what, in case of rape, and the police comes out to say this is the DNA profile of the person will go to jail. So I cannot share. I'll let you see it, but I will not allow you to copy his DNA. The portion that shows the result without the DNA profile, I'll show you. Can
This story where a guy they talk so shallow. Hey, Oga, so somebody will copy this and copy. Come on now. This is you had me for a moment. I was like, okay. But then this is the way you can't talk, so say you will not show it. But you, because you don't want anybody to use it to frame the video. That is like, that is impossible. It is impossible. The same, oh my god. Nigeria, we hail thee. Oh gosh. That is not true. That is not true. They say even if God forbid that ever happen, if there ever comes a time where Davido is accused of this, you're gonna need more than just a DNA just like written words, something that you copied from social media. You're gonna need more than that to be able to frame somebody. Yeah, something ain't clean in the buttermilk. Hmm. Something, you're gonna need more than just something that you copy though. Okay, like you people have money from here till Timbuktu. Nobody is going to frame Davido and get away with it. You cannot frame Davido with looking from just copying a DNA test result. You can't. Anyways.
copy that. And at the same time also, I cannot legally share with you the DNA profile of that innocent little girl, Anu, because she's a minor, and I don't have the permission of her parents to share her DNA. So we have to be very careful.
This is what makes more sense. If you're saying that you do not have the permission of her parents to share her DNA, then I will hear about all this long Israelite conversation, Israelite explanation that you are giving about how they might use the copied DNA information to like frame Davido. Oga, you should have just, I guess that one came to you later. The idea about, oh, you do not have permission from the parents. Maybe that one came to you later on. Maybe as you were talking about it and realizing that this first explanation does not make sense, and then you quickly jumped on, oh, I'm not going to share because I do not have permission of the child's mother to share it. That, like, if you say that, I will hear that. But this one that you are saying that they may use the copied information to frame the video, that's just bullshit. Excuse me.
But anyway, but I'll show you the result for you to just see. And so they opened this was the first DNA. This is the original copy that I was giving one, and the grandma was giving another one. And at the end of the whole story, they wrote here that probability of paternity 0.00%. And the mom asked the lab guy that, what does this mean? He said, it means that David is not the father of this child. And she was really disappointed. She broke down. She was crying, the grandmother. And then, okay, I skip a point. When when we first got to the to Valley Hospital with David, and David saw the girl, David told, he said, Daddy, I've never seen this girl before. And what I told David, I said, look, I don't want to listen to you. Whether you've seen her before or not, all I want is this DNA test. I
Maybe
want to
when
know
you
the
saw
story.
her, maybe you were drunk. I've never seen this girl before. Oh my gosh. That is the stuff that one night stands are made of. I've never seen this girl before. Of course, you've never seen her before. You only saw her once, and that was it. And it was at night. A lot of the people that they go to bed with, they can't even recognize them in the morning. Hey, God. Mm. Learn, oh, whoever it is that is listening, learn.
I don't know what happened. I don't want to know. As if this girl is our child, I'm taking her. That was settled. And David was, asked the girl, have you seen it? I said, stop, don't talk to her. So that would be, it's like you're harassing her. Don't. So the girl was very quiet. Girl, she didn't say anything. She kept quiet. So we went. So the mom was disappointed, was crying that the result was not what she expected. And I told her, I said, look, people can make mistakes. Maybe they made a mistake in the lab. Maybe there's something. What I would suggest to you is let us do 2 more tests. I'll advise that you please stay in Lagos for 1 week. I'll pay for your hotel. Since the baby is here, the mom is here, the three of you should stay. Find 2 more reputable places. I don't know where else. This is the only place I come that can do this DNA test in Nigeria, so that I can go there and do it before. So I give some money to my driver. Go and get the hotel. Make sure they are comfortable. Give them some money to keep. And if you want a driver to drive around, fine. Take 1 week. I came back home with the result. David was not there. I called him. Your result is out. The result says you are not the father of the child. David said, Daddy, I told you I've never seen this girl before. I said, well, that's not the end of the story, because I've asked the mom to stay so that we can do more, at least 2 confirmatory tests. He said, okay, fine. And I told him, anytime we are going, let me know when you are going to be back in Nigeria, so that we'll be able to fix. But the mom and the daughter, they are in Lagos. So if they are ready to do it, you have to come back immediately, so we can do this other 2 confirmatory tests. Around 7 p.m. that day, my driver called me. Said he was calling from Ibadan. I said, what are you doing in Ibadan? He said the grandmother got upset, was saying all kinds of things to the daughter, and she was really, really, very upset, and said that she wants to go back to Ibadan. She doesn't want to stay in Lagos anymore. She's no more interested in anything. So that was why he took them to Ibadan. And I didn't hear anything from her anymore. The first time I heard something was the grandmother went to the Oni of Ife to tell Oni of Ife to please prevail upon me to accept this child.
Joy says, if Kemi is the one behind all this, then she's really disgusting person.
That
I won't even be surprised, because I won't even be surprised if she is behind all of this, if she concocted all of this. Because I've been you for a long time. that she's a disgusting person. I've always known for so long. So it will not, if it ever comes out that she's the architect of all of this, guess who will not be shocked and surprised? Moi. It won't surprise me. It will just be, yeah, that is really right, right in her alley, what she's capable of doing.
uh, that David gave money the day we went to give the samples. That David gave money to somebody in the David does not even know them in that hospital. I was there. I was the one that paid the bill. We did not pay. David did not pay. We were in the room together. They took the sample and we left together. The grandmother said he saw David giving a big envelope to somebody to maybe change the samples or whatever. She alleged that the thing was tampered with. She went to the monarch of my town, the Timi Ofede, and also reported me that they should prevail upon me that why are we doing a DNA test? Can't they see that this girl is very light skinned? That we have light skinned people in my family, it looks like us and all that. I said, look, I'm going to only rely on the science of. So when my owner of Fife called me, I told them my own story. And I said I offered her that we should do this confirmatory test. That she did not take the offer. She left. Thereafter, we started getting things from Kemi Olu lawyer. She went and took over their case and started bombarding, saying all kinds of things in the social media, all kinds of lies. And I told David, don't pay her any mind. Just let her. Someone that her own family has said she's crazy. So why should we bother about her? So we left everything. That was 2014. In 2020, I received a call, late 2020, when the COVID thing was, easy. So I received a call from the girl's auntie that lives, the younger sister to the mom that lives in Abuja, and said, sir, please, I know you asked my mom to do this confirmatory test. Is it possible that we do the test now? I said, yes, we can still do it. Anytime, if this baby is my granddaughter, I want her. She said, okay. I said, this is what you do? Okay, and before then, through this Kemi and some other people in the social media, they also alleged that maybe it's not David, maybe it's my nephew called B Red. Because B Red's name is Adebayo, but his middle name also is David. It's Adebayo, David Adeleke. So when the auntie of the little girl called, I said, look, this is what we are going to do. You go and pick your own clinic of your choice. Come to Lagos. I'll make sure David is available. Bring the little girl. We'll go to your own clinic and do it. I said, but before we do that, I'm going to arrange for another clinic in Lekki, apart from the Vedic one we went before, so that David and that little girl will do 2 more tests. And then I'll arrange 2 clinics for my nephew, Bayo, to do 2 tests. I said, so the day you are going to come, we are going to have 4 different tests.
Now,
So that
wow.
was why people, you must have heard that we've done about 5 DNA tests. Actually, 3 was done by David, 2 by Bayo. So the girl came. They went. I didn't follow them. They went to the first clinic in Lekki here. From that Lekki, they went to 2 other clinics in VI for Bayo and the girl to get their swabs. And then the clinic that the girl's family arranged was in Ilukweju. So they went to Ilukweju the same day and got and submitted their samples. And the clinic said they are going to send their results electronically to the mom and to David's lawyer. A copy to them, a copy to us. So when the result came, the grandmother still said the same thing, that, oh, no, he's going to give them money to bribe them to manipulate the result. How can this one not be? So at that point, I always want to have a clear conscience in anything I do. So I said, okay, I'm not a medical doctor, but I have 2 PhDs. I'm not honorary degree. I earned it. So I went to school. Let me go and read this and compare the profiles. So what I did was, my granddaughter Emade, her middle name is Aurora. This application for her US passport. If you are a child born to a US citizen, before America will give your child a passport, they require a DNA test. So this was in 2015. So when I said, look, let me even take Emade's DNA test and this little girl's own, Anu, and compare David's DNA profile, see if it's the same. Since they are alleging that.
Joy says, why would the auntie go behind her sister's back without letting her mother know? The sister is not a good person either. Now, betrayer, they see billionaire family now. Everybody want their pound of flesh. People will betray for the measliest of reasons, let alone thinking that, oh, let me go behind their back. Hopefully, there'll be some favor that I can curry. Yeah, it's betrayal. Everybody want their own. It's like, oh, it's as if she's saying, I'm not like my niece, I'm not like my sister, I'm not like that person, I'm different. Yeah. For me, that was kind of weird for me as well. Just like, why is she going behind that person's back and sending this person a message? Even if you don't even trust your sister or your niece or whatever, loyalty should be everything, should be number one. Even if you don't come out and join forces with your niece, even if you believe differently than your niece, even if you have different opinion as to the paternity of the child, at least don't come and be betraying your family member publicly or behind their back. So yeah, that one just see family and I go say, let me pretend as if I'm a good person in case I need them. Maybe they will send me money. I won't even be surprised if they've already started sending that one money, Seth. Yeah.
Something must have gone wrong. So I took the 2, which I'm going to show you now, and I checked the profile exactly the same. Emade's own says 99.999% that David is the father of Emade. This one says 0.00%. The same clinic. The same clinic. So I called the auntie in Ibadan. I said, look, you are a graduate? He said, yes. I said, look, the only reason I'm talking to you is because you are a very nice person. You are young and kind at your age. Because she told me she's been paying the school fees of Anu. She's been taking care of her with her little income. I said, if you at this age, taking care of your mom, your sister, and your niece, you must have a very kind heart. And God will bless you. I said, but please, what did you study? She said she studied science. I said, since you're a scientist, please take the two DNA results. You have it. Check your niece's DNA profile on the two different results. See if they are the same. Check David's own from the two different labs and see if they are the same. And I told her, I've already checked. This was in 2020. I said, I've already checked the one David did with for the US passport with Imade, and I've seen that the profile is exactly the same. So she called me back to say she has already checked. That's her. She's not asking me. She needs my help, but she's not asking me for help.
Hi, Oma. Hi. Nice to meet you too. I know. She said, Oma says, Jade, how are you? It's been a while. I know it's been a while. I was taking a little break. I'm good. How are you as well?
For the little girl as a family member. And she knows that I help a lot of people to go to school. I have a foundation called the Springtime Foundation. At any point in time, we don't make any noise about it. But at any point in time, I have about 3,000 students in universities in Nigeria that I send to school. At any point, as we speak today, I have at least 3,000 students going to school under my scholarship. So I said, okay, what do you want me to do? She said, I cannot afford to continue for her. If you can help me out, I said, look, fine. How much is her school fees? She told me. I sent her way more, a little more than that because she needed to buy computer and things. I sent the money to her. Like I said, this auntie, I've never met her before. We've been talking on the phone. I've never met her in person. But like I said, very responsible, very kind, very nice, and I was impressed, with her. Even though even till now I've not met her. So I said, look, I'll be sending you X amount of money every month for Anu's upkeep. I did not even discuss with her because
Wow.
I told her, I said, the day they went to Ilukweju,
Wow.
David called me after they left, said, Daddy, I feel sorry for that little girl. She needs to know her. Can we help the girl? I said, yes. But let them ask for it. If they don't need our help, we can't just rush to say. So when the girl came, I said, even David has told me that we can help this little girl. So after about 2 or 3 months, I called the girl's aunt in Abuja. I said, look, helping your niece is fine, but it will be better. You are a graduate and just 2 of you in your family from your mom. Why didn't your sister go to school? He said, well, she dropped out, she was pregnant. Does she still want to go to school? Because the help I can do for her that can help Anu is for her mom to make something of herself, get a degree, get a job, and take care of her child. She said, sir, if you can do that, I'll be very happy. I'll do it. I have a school at Adeleke University. If she's willing to come, I will enroll her in the school. We have a program for mature, we call them mature students, people that are already married before coming to, they do a work study program where they earn 50,000 every month from the school while they are in school. I said, I'm going to enroll her in that program. Although she'll be in the dormitory, these other ones live outside campus because they are married, but I will allow her to be in the dormitory, be in that work study program, and earn 50,000 a month for herself. While this is her school record. So she came to Adeleke University. We didn't announce it to anybody. While the lawyer was every year abusing us, the girl was in our school. I didn't say anything to anybody. I just told, they just ignore her. This is her school. I cannot show you her school record because it would be illegal to show you hers. But until she left, she did 100 level, she did 200 level. She had good grades. She was studying English. This is the mother of the child at Adeleke University. But I'll show you her scholarship and admission. This was her for clearance, her picture and everything. I'll show it to you from Adeleke University when she enrolled. This was from Springtime Development Foundation letter of scholarship award. This was dated this was dated 18 January 2021. Labinjo Grace Ayomide is what he wrote here. Maybe okay. They wrote Ayomide, but it's Ayotomide Grace. This her school record. And I'll read the letter. Say the Springtime, this award of higher institution scholarship for 2020-2021 academic session, 100 level. The Springtime Development Foundation is a non-profit Seventh-day Adventist Christian non-governmental organization with its head office in Ede, Osun State, Nigeria. Established in 1996, exclusively funded by Dr. Deji Adeleke. One of the aims of the foundation is manpower development through the award of scholarships in selected higher institutions of learning in the country. In light of the above, I am therefore pleased to inform you that your application for financial assistance has been favorably considered by the Foundation's Board of Trustees. You have been awarded a scholarship in the sum of blah blah 100% to study English at Adeleke University. So based on this, she enrolled and she was doing well in school. She did 100 level, she did her 200 level. In August, I think August 2022.
Facebook people, like the video, please. Facebook, YouTube, you guys, please like the video. Thank you.
Is it 2022 or 20? Let me see. The last time she attended school. This is her faculty. This is her name. Faculty of Arts. This is her name. Yeah. So at the end of our 200 level, in August of that particular year, I think it's 2020. I think it's 2022 August. She completed her 200 level. I think she was in summer school. I received a call from my sister. My sister lives in Eden, my younger sister, to say that this woman came, the grandma came with Ayo and the little girl Anu to see her and insisted that, look, she has gone to various places and they've assured her that Anu is David's child, that she should prevail upon me to accept the child. So my son now told her, look, everything about this girl I know. The first thing, you see, I'm saying this because I want that little girl to have a closure. And it's what the grandma is doing to that little girl deserves to know the dad. And it's better to eliminate all leads to prove beyond reasonable doubt that, okay, this is. While Ayo was in school at Adeleke University, she confided in Dr. Sikiru Adeleke, my cousin, who works at Adeleke University, who I asked to please take care of Ayo, and who was in charge of where Ayo did her work study. He said, you are a very quiet, nice girl. You are smart. You are doing well in school. How can you not know who you got pregnant for? She told my Dr. Sikiru Adeleke that in actual fact that there's another person that works in a bank in Ibadan, and also share the pictures of that guy. The guy is very light skinned. He said, okay, why didn't you do a DNA test with this guy also? He said, first and foremost, did you sleep with this girl? According to Dr. Sikiru, I was not there. I said, yes. So if you did, he said it was, before the guy got married, that they were dating. Okay. Why don't you go to the guy and do the DNA test? He said the guy said he's already married, that you should just leave him alone, that doesn't want his wife to know anything about this, that he's not going to do any DNA test with them. In fact, Sikiru offered to say, look, you can compel him to do it. You can go to court and they'll compel him to do it if he doesn't want to do it voluntarily. That was before she left Adeleke University. So the day they went in August to my sister's house, my sister brought the matter up in the presence of the grandma. He said, Ayo, did you tell Dr. Sikiru that you had somebody else that works in Ibadan? And the picture is in your phone. Open it and show it to me. And she did, in the presence of her mom. Showed it to my sister. That is true. Have you done DNA test with this person? She said no. So why are you insisting when we have done DNA test with David 3 times? We have 2 results. The other result, the third result, they said the samples were contaminated, so they discarded it. So with David, we have done 3. With Bayo, we've done 2, making 5. See, and these profiles are the same. It doesn't lie. So that was the last day. So they left my sister's house. Like the grandmother was upset as usual. And they left. And I don't know what happened. The girl did not come back to school to start her 300 level. I don't know what the mom said to her. Or somebody said that the mom made it very clear that, look, I'm not going to be babysitting for you. Since they are not accepting your child in their family. So maybe it's because of that she left school. I don't know. I don't know the story. But she left school. But one interesting thing is this. After she left school since that 2023, from the records in her bursary, the school kept paying that 50,000 to her account because Dr. Sikiru forgot to stop the salary up till October last year, 2025. The money was still being paid to her.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. This is interesting, guys. This is very, very interesting. For what it's worth, nobody can say that Davido's dad did not try for that girl. Okay, because me, I'm very fair when I'm assessing things. They did try for her. I don't know why they did try for her. Mm.
This is her name on the payroll. That is not even an issue. But I just want people to know that, and I'll show you the details, the profile, so that you can read it yourself and be convinced. The only thing you cannot take, but you take the portion that says, the result, but not the profile. So this is the story. So saying that we don't want to accept her, I'll be more than happy to accept her. This house, I live alone. My wife is late. I live alone in this house. I have my grandkids come here every weekend. I call them my roommates. I have 14 and still counting. David has never denied a child. Has never denied a child. He has a son in the UK called Dawson. He's the one that called. Daddy, that boy is my son. I said, no, I want a DNA test. The boy in London. I said, you are going to do the DNA test anyway.
I know. Omar says, Jade, on top picking will not be their own. I know, right? It's very, it's very, very, it's like, this is, how do I even say this? If people, especially wealthy people, were this generous, life would not be so complicated, so bad for poor people. Everyone will get along, everyone will get what they want, Because the entire time that he's giving this explanation, I'm thinking, wow, why is this man so accessible to all these people? Because typically, wealthy people are not that accessible. They don't make themselves accessible. Do you get? So for the fact that he took this upon himself, the fact that he, even in spite of the DNA test showing, according to him, that Davido is not the father of that girl, he still, and I like what he said when he said Davido requested that they help them, and he responded to Davido and told Davido, let them request, let them ask, because tomorrow they don't want to come and they don't want a situation whereby the girl will not say, did I ask you people for help, so tomorrow if she's fucking up, they can actually say you're the one that asked us for help or blah blah blah. You get, as opposed to her telling them, did I ask you people for help? So yeah, but it is just bewildering to me that in spite of the DNA results showing that they are not the father, Davido is not the father of the child, they still took it upon themselves to like sponsor her education, because it is only if she's able to graduate and have something doing that she can actually help that child in the future. In a way, there are so many people who are raising children by themselves, so many women, so many mothers who are raising their child by themselves and giving the child a good life. They are only able to do that because they also have something going for them, and that's why they are able to care for their child. So the fact that Davido's family offered, and even not just offered, they actually went ahead and they helped. They actually went ahead and they helped her. That right there, like, what is wrong with people? She much rather join forces with Kemi Olunloyo and be dragging people who actually helped her. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Vicky. Victoria says, hey, sweet Jade, glad to have you back. I've missed you really. Oh my gosh, Vicky, it's been so long. How have you been? Hi, Holy Mary. Welcome back, Holy Mary said. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. So you guys miss me like this. Oh, I feel so special. No, seriously, like they tried for her. Just listening to him talk. You guys know me. Davido is not my favorite person. Davido is not my favorite person, but just listening to the dad, just highlighting all the ways that they helped this girl. Extraordinary me says, so you didn't see us too? Oh, I didn't see you. I don't understand what that means. I don't understand. Extraordinary. I don't understand what you mean by that. So you didn't see us too? Are you saying that I didn't see you? No, I didn't see you. Sorry about that. Oh, are you saying I didn't miss you guys? I don't know. I don't understand what you're saying. Sorry. Do you get? So for me, I feel like I'm just listening to him highlight all the things that they did for her. They tried for her. Oh, Stephanie says, so good to hear you on here. Happy New Year. I miss your laugh. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm so happy. I feel so special. You guys are making me feel so special. Let me tell you. You guys are making me feel special. I miss you guys too. I needed to decompress. I needed to like detox myself from 2025 drama. Do you get? So yeah, I'm just like they tried for her. They did. Whatever their motive. You didn't say hi to new followers. I didn't know. I didn't get a notification that you are a new follower. So I'm saying hi to you now. Hi, extraordinary me. Hi, thanks for being here. I appreciate you for being here. So yeah, like whatever the reason they were doing it, they tried. I cannot in good faith take that away. I cannot in good faith take that away from from the fact that they tried for her. They actually tried. They tried to help this girl. Even after several DNA tests came back and showed that Davido was not the father, according to him, they tried to help her. Like, I don't see any fault on Davido's father's side right now because he didn't need to get involved. If she's saying that she slept with Davido and Davido fathered her child, she's not saying that Davido's father, he didn't need to get involved in that way, especially considering the level, especially considering his standing. He didn't need to get involved, but he did because I think he's innately good in his heart. So to me, like, I don't understand, like, instead of her to just and from what he even said, even after she dropped out of school, they were still paying the school fees until 2025. Instead of her to just take that opportunity, the same people who paid your school fees after all the embarrassment, after you trying to saddle them with a baby, the same people who paid your school fees, do you honestly think that they will not have been able to help you secure a job after you graduate? They would have. They would have. They would have. So like it's so crazy to me.
Because you are going to apply for American passport for the boy, and the requirement you must do the test. He said yes. You might as well go and do it. He did the test and sent it to me. And it shows 99.99% that David is the father of the boy. The boy is part of our family. Haley, the same thing. Emade did. There was no doubt that Emade is David's child, but he did it because of the American passport, the DNA test. And in all these tests, David's profile.
Are you people hearing? Choma evil supporters. I won't blame Choma, but I'm just saying Choma evil supporters that are always trying to say nonsense about Imade. Have you heard? There was never any doubt that Imade was Davido's child, but because of the American passport, the law now, the law surrounding, if you want to procure as an American citizen, if you want to apply citizenship for your child who's automatically citizen, but you still have to go through the process. If you want to apply for your child to get a passport, that's just something. Even when you are a Canadian citizen or a resident holder, you have a family back home in Nigeria that you want to sponsor to Canada, you still have to do the DNA test. That is the law. Okay? That is the law. So all these Chioma evil fans, I don't even think they are fans. They are just disgusting piece of shit. Okay, they are not fans, because when you are a fan, you don't go on bashing somebody knowing that, all in the name of that person, bashing somebody else in the name of that person, knowing that when they are going to raise hell, they're going to raise hell on the person that you are supposedly a fan of. Did you hear from Davido's father now that there was never any question whether Imade was Davido's child, because they keep trying to spin all kinds of narrative about Sophia that are so bogus and false. The only reason why they did the DNA test was so that they can confirm the city in because of the process of applying for citizenship for Imade, applying for American passport for Imade, you know. So that's the only reason why. They won't hear this one, no. They will not hear this one. Joy says that part. They will not hear this one, no. They will completely fall into deep coma for this part because it doesn't fit into whatever narrative that they are trying to push about Sophia and Imade. There was never any doubt. Now that one sweet me for inside. There was never any doubt. There was the paternity of Imade was never into question. It was just the process. If Imade had been born in America, they won't even need to, like, that's what I'm getting from Davido's dad. It won't even be a question.
File is constant, the same, including the one. The boy is part of our family. Haley, the same thing. Emade did. There was no doubt that Emade is David's child, but he did it because of the American passport, the DNA test. And in all these tests, David's profile is constant, the same, including the one he did with Anu in Ibadan. 3 times, but 2 results, because one of the samples, got messed up. So why would somebody deliberately be maligning? Look at what we have done without announcing it to anybody.
They have
Bringing this
really
girl.
tried. They have really tried for her. Honest to God, they have tried for her. Yeah, they tried. They tried. They tried for her. Yeah, they tried. They tried for her. Honestly, they tried for her.
To go to school too. Later on this year, like I said, the auntie in Ibadan.
Omar Goshen says, Omo Davido na our man. Yes, so community P. Hi, Percy Gathers. Hi. Guys, please like the video, guys. As you are coming in, please do me a favor and just be liking the video. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I've never met her, but I'm impressed with that lady, that young woman. Since that 2014, every year, she sent me happy birthday, sir. My birthday is March 6th. Every year she send me happy birthday.
That one just they walk. That one just they walk you. Anyway, you yourself, you already know. That one is just trying to curry favor. That one is just trying to be on your good side, Oga. That auntie, that one is only loyal to her beleo. That one is just trying to be on your good side so that when they need favor tomorrow, you will remember all the ways that she was nice to you and polite to you and supported you. Nothing. No one does anything for free in that country, unfortunately. when they do things, there is always a reason why they do things. There is always a reason why they are nice to you. 99% of the people. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. I'm not saying that it's 100%, but the ones that are doing things just because without expecting anything, there are very few. Very few. So that one that is wishing you happy birthday, Oga, don't feel special. You go say, this lonely billionaire man, let me wish him a happy birthday. Maybe one day he will invite me over. Oga, Papa Davido. Anyway, Sha, I know say you didn't get to the position that you currently occupy by being a pushover. So yeah.
May God continue to bless you, keep you in good health. So thank you. Every year. Last year, the same thing. In March. In October last year, she sent me a text and a video of Anu saying, look, I've seen this girl through. Okay, let me go back. After that incident, when the grandma went to my sister's place in 2022, August, I called the Joseph, bring that phone. Bring my phone. I want to read to you what I said to the girl's aunt in Ibadan. So in 2022, with her young age, so responsible, bought for her. Without, I said that girl's auntie in Ibadan, with her young age, so responsible. Every time I sent money, she would send me the receipt, everywhere acknowledging it, pictures of receipt and things they bought for her, without asking her, pictures of a laptop and everything. So in 2022, when the grandma went with that drama again at my sister's place, I was upset. I sent her a test. This is the test that was on August 31st, 2022. I sent a test I said, your mom is taking my kindness towards your niece and your sister for stupidity. Despite 2 DNA tests that eliminated David as the father of the girl, and your sister's own admission that one particular light-skinned boy in Ibadan slept with her during the same period, and with also showing the boy's pictures. Your mom still went to my sister in Ede 2 weeks ago to claim that David is the father of your niece. Your sister showed my own sister the pictures of the Ibadan boy in the presence of your mom when my sister confronted her about the boy. But because of your mom, I don't want to have anything to do with the little girl anymore. Your sister can continue to attend school on scholarship and keep her work study, campus work of 50,000 per month until she graduates. You can show people, this is what I sent to you can read it directly. Can show them. That's what I sent to the girl. So I tell her she can continue until she graduates. I did not withdraw the scholarship. I did not say don't come back to school, but she was doing well in school. So, so that's how I stopped sending money to the auntie until this year in last year October. She sent me the little girl's October last year. She sent me the little girl's graduation picture to say this is. Let me see what read what she sent to me. This October 24, 2025. 2025. I'll read it out. Yeah, I'll read it out. Say, good evening, sir. I trust this message meets you well and in good health. May the grace of God continue to multiply all that you do and bless the many lives you touch. It is indeed difficult for me to do this, but I have to. Please, sir, kindly read to the end. Sir, I write to you today with all humility and respect, not on my own behalf, but for the sake of a child, Anolua. A lot has happened in the past which I would rather not dwell on because it pains me when I remember. I chose to look forward and focus on the future. God has been faithful, and by His grace, I've been able to see Anu through her primary education. This is the auntie, the younger sister to her mom, to Anu's mom. That's why I say I'm very impressed with the girl. I've not met her in person before, but so she continues to say she has done exceptionally well, always among the best in her class, and even served as head girl when she graduated from primary school. Now that she has begun secondary school, I find myself overwhelmed by the financial demands that come with this new stage. It is in light of this that I humbly seek your assistance, sir, not as a family obligation, but as one of the many children whom God may lay on your heart to help, as you have done for so many others. Please, sir, I wish to make this appeal, independent of my mother or my sister, as this is solely about giving a bright and innocent child a chance to continue her education and fulfill her potential. Also, I know how you feel towards what they did. I'm deeply grateful for your time and consideration, sir, and I pray that God continues to bless and strengthen you as you touch more lives through your generosity. With utmost respect and gratitude. She signed off her name. Then when I saw it, I did not even ask her anything. I just said, how much is her school fees? I decided that, since she has asked me again, I'll continue. She told me, this was October last year, and I sent her the money. And she told me that all she needs is the school fees. She can take care of the maintenance of the girl, but school fees, I can help her. I'll help you with the school fees. I did not discuss it with anybody, not with David, not with anyone. If all this thing all this communication with this auntie in Ibadan, David does not even know about it. I did not discuss it with anybody in my family or anybody else. So in October 29, 2025, please, madam, please read this. Read what I wrote here. This October, just read what I wrote.
I am just wondering why your mom removed your sister from Davido University. Why was she bent on destroying her future? Why was she insisting on a paternity that science had proved otherwise several times? Your sister confided in Dr. Sikiru that she had a boyfriend in Ibadan, very light skinned, that may be her daughter's real father. But she was afraid to ask the guy for a DNA test because your mom will not stand for it. She even showed Dr. Sikiru the guy's picture, and Sikiru showed it to me. Anyway, tell your sister that she can go back to Adeleke University to complete her studies for the sake of her future and that of her daughter. The scholarship offer and part-time job on campus is still available if you so decides. God bless you for taking care of your needs. Take care.
That's what I sent to the girl in Ibadan in October last year. Last year, October. I did not discuss this with David. I did not discuss with anybody. And after I sent that, she came back to me to say that maybe because of the child, that the sister might not be able to go back. As you have just 2 years, free, free accommodation, free school fees, everything. Finish your degree. And what I had in mind for her was, if she finishes her degree, I was going to give her a job in that school. So, and I've done it for so many people.
Was that not what I was just saying? If you were here a while ago, a very short while ago, was that not what I was just saying, that the same people who are sponsoring her education, will it be out of ordinary? Will it be far-fetched to assume that they will also make sure that she gain employment after? That was what I just said. They will never let her go stranded. As soon as that school is finished, as soon as she graduates, there was going to be a job. They were going to make sure that she get a job. That was what I said just now. And all of this would have been like under the bridge, because you want to get a job, or you want to go to school so that you are able to get a job and look after your children, your child. That would have been resolved. Like, they were literally paying her $50,000 while 50,000 naira, sorry, while she was in school, on top of scholarship. Oh, she was getting 50,000 naira per month on top of scholarship while she was in school. So it's not far-fetched for me to assume or conclude that whenever she was done, they were going to give her a job. They were going to make sure that she get a job. And now she has completely ruined everything. Mm. Now, wow. Joy says, my mind is telling me that they should do that test again, transparency, get everyone involved, and it should be done in a credible hospital. Maybe places like America expose the mother publicly. I agree with you. I agree. Because with somebody like Kemi behind her, they're not going to stop, you know. And I feel like the man is naive to believe that it's Kemi that is managing that account. But where are they getting recent pictures then? Where are they getting recent pictures that they are posting, if not from the mother herself, you know? Somebody says, I'm so confused on the part where Davido's dad is still financially responsible for them, both well being and education. To me, they will use the man's niceness and see it as weakness. Boundaries, please. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I was actually surprised when just listening to him give all these details. I'm like, wow, so as wealthy as you are on the upper echelon of society, like the 1% of the 1%, and you are so accessible to all these people. To me, that was kind of like weird to me, like, wow. It's not even being like a snob or being anything, because they say familiarity breeds contempt. If he wasn't accessible, if he didn't make himself accessible to all these people, he probably would not be in this predicament now, where he's now having to like explain and do all of this. You get, but it's also good because all of these things that he's now detailing, all this help that he rendered, is also now some kind of a saving grace for him, that people are looking at him and saying, wow, so you did all of this for somebody even after DNA test had already shown that the child is not even your grandchild. You were still willing to help this person because there is a child involved. Good people don't just don't turn their back. Like, in a way, I also get it that he was already involved, and he was already like one of the people making sure that the DNA test was done and whatever. So, like, I get why he probably does not want to turn his back, because there is a child. Ultimately, there's an innocent child who doesn't deserve this level of humiliation. So, like, I get it, but I just feel like this is so out of character for like wealthy people. This is so out of character. This is definitely not how they roll. Wealthy people do not have the time to be here frolicking with peasants. Do you get? So yeah. And somebody said 50,000 naira is peanuts. Not when it's peanut to you, maybe, but not for somebody that does not have any ties to you. Okay? Not for somebody that you're already sponsoring their education and they're also getting 50,000. So you may be peanut, maybe you are a billionaire in dollars or whatever, but to somebody who does not have anything, to somebody that is poor, somebody that you're already still paying their school fees, you're sponsoring their education on scholarship, 50,000 as pocket money is not nothing to them. It may be nothing to you, but it's not nothing to them. You people should not be ungrateful. To me, somebody, you, Brenda Malaya, or whatever you call yourself, you sound very ungrateful. Even if it's just one naira that these people who do not owe you anything decided to give you every month, you should be appreciative of that. You sound very ungrateful. People with your kind of mindset, yeah, nothing good ever happens to them. Nothing good. People with your kind of mindset of looking at, oh, 50,000 naira is nothing, especially with all of the extenuating circumstances, such as they don't know this person from a hole in the wall. They are not related to this person by any stretch of the imagination. They're just doing it out of the goodness of their heart. To say 50,000 naira is nothing to them, you are very ungrateful. People like you, when you are looking for help, you will never get it because you are an ingrate. You are ungrateful. So even if somebody cut off their head and use it to appease you, it still won't mean anything to you because you think 50,000 naira is nothing.
There's somebody that went to that school, finished her degree. She's a lecturer in that school now. Did a master, did a PhD in the same faculty where this. So what I had in mind was if she can finish, she do her master, do her PhD, and get a job there and take care of her own child or her by herself. I thought to myself that this is the best I can do for her. But the reason why I call this press conference is that the fact that all you see in the social media is not this little girl writing it. It's not the mother of the girl writing it. It's Kemi Olunloyo. The woman is crazy. What she's doing is even illegal because you are impersonating a minor.
Sir, have you confirmed that she's not the one? Because all the current pictures that she's getting, that Kemi is getting, if you say Kemi is the one impersonating the girl and the mother, if that's the case, where are they getting those pictures from? Where are they getting the pictures from? Because those recent pictures of the girl, where are they getting it from? Eh? So have we confirmed that, because people lie a lot. People lie like they breathe. They lie. Hmm.
She's the one that established the account for the little girl, establish the account for the mother of the girl. And then using this account at anytime she wants to start trouble, it's like every year. And from what the family told me, from what the girl told, she was using the family, using the little girl to make money.
She also posted, that's another thing that they also need to check, right? She also posted that she sent the girl 350,000 naira recently, last week or so. That should also be investigated to see how true that is. You know?
That's why they had the
For me, I just feel like people lie. Do you understand? Somebody like that is still insisting that Davido is the father of our child. I feel like people lie. You know, people lie. And I agree with Joyce. When Joyce said, let them do like a public one, if this man can have the energy and the time to like be giving details like he's doing now, I think it will also be expected to not, it will also not be, far-fetched to expect them to do like another DNA test that will be public so that everybody can see. I agree. I think that would be a good way to kind of like put an end to all this drama, because this is humiliating.
falling apart. That's why they stopped talking to her. She was using them. She's the one that controls those accounts. It's not legal. She can, nobody, apparently she claims she's not in Nigeria, but she can get into trouble. How can you use a minor's name, open account? I don't know why the Instagram, or I'm not on social media, whichever one she's using, to use this girl's name to write all kinds of nonsense against, because I've started paying the girl's school fees again. The auntie was worried. I told her, don't worry about it. You are not the one doing it. It's this crazy Kemiolu lawyer. She claims that she was my late wife's best friend. How can you be my late wife's best friend and I don't know you? I've never met.
Oh, so they started paying the girls' school fees again. So they started paying the girls' school fees again. Okay. Maybe she caught wind of that. Maybe Madam Kemi Olun lawyer caught wind of that. And she felt slighted. Maybe she felt like they kind of like sidetracked her out of the equation. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But somebody is obviously sending her recent pictures of the child. So I don't know, you know.
To the hospital in London. They said she needed blood transfusion. And she took heal. I took her to the hospital in London. They said she needed blood transfusion. I told the doctor that she has some antibodies. This is what her doctor in America said I should tell any doctor. The guy was having an attitude. We got into a fight. I said, look, I don't want you to treat my wife anymore. The white guy. They brought somebody else. She got the transfusion. When we got to my house in London, I said, look, you are not looking well. The very next day, I put her in the plane. She said, no, Deji, I want to wait with you. Let's go together. I said, no, please. You have to go. See your doctor in America. By the time the plane landed in America, November 21st, 1992, they took her from that airport straight to the hospital. That was the day David was born. Brought the child out, flushed out her blood because she got the wrong blood. And the doctor said we are lucky that if I have not asked her to leave, the child will have died, she will have died too. Because they gave her the wrong blood. So how can this crazy Kemiolu lawyer be telling people that she's the one that drove my wife to the hospital to have David. The woman is a lunatic. And it's because of her I'm doing this press conference. Otherwise, I don't talk.
Yep. She's been saying all kinds of things, and people, a certain demographic of people have just been falling for it, hook, line, and sinker, because those people, they want to hear negative things about people, because their lives don't already budget. Because their lives don't budget, they want to hear negative stuff about people that are better than them. You know what I mean? So yeah. Happy New Year to you, Peace Preacher. Happy New Year. She says, good evening, Jade. Happy New Year. Welcome back. I've missed you. I've missed you guys too. Thank you so much for joining.
To the press. I don't talk to anybody. I just like to.
Yeah, Kemi Olunloyo has been spreading all kinds of fables about Davido's mother. Like, it's wild. And the thing is that she says Davido's mother was her best friend. Just look at all the things that she has gone on to say about Davido. Look at the way she has dragged Davido for filth. Look at all the awful things, all the accusations, all the allegations. Look at all the things that she has said about Davido. And yet you say this man, Davido is not a boy anymore. This man's mother was your best friend. Like, if you can do this to this man's mother, to this man that who you claim his mom was your best friend, like, what would you do to somebody that you hate, that you don't like? If the friendship meant anything to you, like you claim, if the friendship of the late mom meant anything to you, you will honor her memory by upholding, respecting, loving, supporting the child that she left behind. But you don't do that. You claim it is only in certain demographic, it is only in certain communities of certain areas in our Nigerian community that somebody will talk out of both sides of their mouth. They will say, this man's mother was my best friend, while proceeding to like drag and bastardize the same person's name. Like, how can you say that Davido was the child of your best friend, and this is how you honor the memory of that said best friend, by dragging her son for filth? Like, and then people will be there applauding. It's amazing. It's mind-boggling.
Live my life quietly. But enough is enough. And people are so gullible. I
Yeah,
see all kinds of things,
yeah,
annoying things
yeah,
in the social media.
yeah. People are gullible.
People saying things they don't know.
Yeah.
Saying that God will punish David for leaving this child. What do you want David to do? Accept a child that is not his own? Are we going to deny a child because we don't have money to feed the child, or what? Or I don't have money to pay school fees? When at any point in time, I have about 3,000 people that I don't even know that I pay their school fees on scholarship. At any point, as we speak now, at any point in time. I don't understand. So this is the reason why I call this. I'm going to show you the DNA test and the portion you can copy without compromising the DNA profile of David or the child, so that I want everybody to see it, and let us look at it one by one. So please, if you can turn off the camera. Okay, before you turn off, yes. Sure, go ahead. You mean that Kemi Olu lawyer? I think I'll suggest it to David that we might have to, because it's
Like the video, guys, please. So Facebook, YouTube, please like the video. Thank you.
getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand.
So Kemi is in Ghana, okay? Because and what she's doing is basically a crime as per Nigerian law. Kemi is in Ghana and they can extradite him. Sorry, they can extradite her. They can go, Nigerian police can work in conjunction with the Ghanaian police and have her arrested. Or, because this is a crime. And bring her to come and face. This is a cyber crime. So, they can have her arrested. They can work with the Ghanaian authorities and have her arrested and extradite her back to Nigeria to come and face the music. That can happen. The Adeleke have the clout. They have the money to do it.
I was one that told him to ignore her. But with the way she's going about this, lying and then using an account that does not belong to her, using the child's name, to impersonate a child and the mother of the child. She belongs in jail anyway. Have you had any communication with her? You tried to never. Cease and desist with her. But she also petitioned the Academy Awards. It doesn't matter. She's lying. They'll check, let her petition whoever she wants to petition. It doesn't matter. That's not the reason I'm doing this. It doesn't matter. Because she's lying. She's crazy. If you petition anybody you want to petition, she lies a lot. She says this, she's that, she's a farmer, she's that, she's a liar. The family says she's crazy, she's receiving psychiatric help somewhere. Her own father said it. So I don't care whatever she says, petitions. Why will you petition? What is the are they police people? It's about basic. It's not that, character also. But they can't just take somebody's word for it. Somebody has done a paternity test and several and says he's not the child, he's not the father of the child. Okay? If I can be paying the girl's school fees, sending her money, knowing that fully that she's not my grandchild, without telling anybody, if I can ask the mom to come to my school and go to school free of charge, and still pay her 50,000 every month for her upkeep, I would have been so glad if this girl was my granddaughter, so I can spoil her silly like the other ones. I call them my roommates. They come here every weekend. You see my swimming pool, you can see the level for kids, not for adults. So I don't know. So I don't care what she says. She's crazy. We are going to consider suing her. All right. So about Mr. Yeah. Yeah. Is it still open to her? Can she still take it up? You can see when I was upset, the last thing I said that she can still continue. And even I think this year, okay, this January. Because I thought to myself that maybe there's nobody to take care of her child. That's why, and the mom is refusing to do it. She's upset with her. That's why she's not going back to school. This is what I wrote to the sister. I said, regarding your sister, we talked about all these crazy things going on now. And I finally told her, look, don't even worry about it. She tried to get the mother of Anu to post her own Instagram account to say that Kemi Olulo is the one saying all this. But she refused. She told me that she refused. Her mom, the grandmother.
So you see what I'm saying, that I hope that Davido's dad is not this naive, oh, because why would you refuse to release a statement, setting the record straight, letting people know that you have nothing to do with Kemi's narrative, you have nothing to do with what Kemi is saying. You did not send Kemi, you didn't ask Kemi to be saying all those things. Why would you do that if not because you are somehow in on it, or you are co-signing the situation? That is the vibe that I'm getting from all of this, because if somebody is saying something that you don't agree with, you don't co-sign, and you have your own platform, what you can do is release a statement. But if you agree with the person that is going around and saying things, or you are even in cahoots with the person, that's the only reason why you would not want to like set the record straight, or talk to them, or give your side of the story and tell people to like ignore Kemi, send Kemi. So that's why I'm thinking that I hope he's not so naive into believing that this lady doesn't really have anything to do with what is going on. I hope Mr. Adeleke is not naive enough to just like believe that she doesn't, because it doesn't take anything away from her to actually release a statement saying, please, oh, Kemi is not acting on my behalf. I didn't ask her to say these things. I didn't ask her to post these things. I don't know where she's getting her information, but you know, the information that she's pushing out there is not true. It's very simple, but she's not doing it. She's refusing to do it because either she's in cahoots with Madame Kemi, or she co-signs what Kemi is saying. Either or.
Refused, said she must not do it. Of course, she's not happy with us because we don't accept the child. So she's maybe happy with what Kemi Olulo is doing. So she now sent to me that, look, I've tried. They refuse to post. Where I work, we are not allowed to say things anyhow in the social media. I don't want to lose my. I said, please, don't worry about it anymore. Just leave the crazy. But I told her,
That family is shady. Oh. For me, just listening to him, that family is shady. Where you work, you are not allowed to say this. It's not like you are starting a fight. It's not like you're starting a fight. It's just you posting something to like set the record straight. It's not like you're doing saga with people. Why won't they let you post something like that? This family, I feel like they are taking Mr. Adeleke for a ride. Me, I've always felt that way. Even the fact that she went behind her sister, I don't even know if I can say it's behind her sister. All of them could just be planning and plotting. And this is not to say that Mr. Adeleke should not help if he really wants to, if he feels inclined to. That's not what I'm saying. But I feel like from the sister that is pretending to be the goody two shoe, I feel like all of them, there's something not quite right with all of them. They are shady AF. There's something weird about that whole family. It's like they are taking him for a ride. How can you say the place you work, they will not let you post that? It's not like you're doing saga. You're just posting a public post addressing things and moving on, you know? And then the sister that is actually um in position to set the record straight, that one is saying no. She's not going to do it because she's angry. But then she's also going to go back to the same school and finish her job, enjoy the scholarship that the Adeleke family are going to continue giving her. She's going to enjoy the scholarship, or she's going to go back to school and get her education. And then the Adeleke are still funding her school, paying her children's school fees. But she's not going to release a statement addressing the story that Madam Kemi Olunloyo is putting out there. I feel like all these people, something is not clean, in my opinion. They are all shady AF. They are shady, in my opinion.
that I'm going to do this press conference because enough is enough.
I agree. Joy says Africa is full of so much corruption. It's so hard to believe certain things when it comes from Africa, especially between a rich and a poor person. Yeah, yeah. Again, you have a point. Absolutely. All of these are just his side of the story. Other than what we hear from from Madam Kemi Olunloyo, who has a history of being unstable, which in my opinion is not a credible narrator. We are only hearing from the Adeleke side of the story. Okay. We are only hearing from the Adeleke side of the story. So I definitely agree with you, Joyce. You know, maybe the mother has a whole story. Like if all these things that they are doing for her, if in spite of all these things that Davido's dad claimed they've done for her, she's still refusing to go out and set the record straight with regards to Madam Kemi Olunloyo. To me, that is saying something. Do you get? So yeah, this is just the Adeleke side of the story, and people are very good at painting a picture of what they want you to hear. People are very good at spinning narrative, whatever narrative that they want you to hear. So this person hasn't said anything now. I don't know if they will ever come out. The mother of this child, this accuser, I don't know if they will ever come out and tell their side of the story. So me, I know better than to take Kemi Olunloyo's side of the story as fact. I know better than to do that. Okay. That lady should be institutionalized. That's what needs to happen because of the way she's been moving on the social media. Madam Kemi Olunloyo needs to be institutionalized for national peace to reign. But yeah, we can't lose sight of the fact that we are only hearing from Davido's dad. We've not heard from the other lady. So yeah. But I have to say though, his story sounds like he's the modern day Robin Hood or whatever. I don't know. He's the modern day Good Samaritan. Mm.
For the question you asked, look at what I wrote to her after I told her not to worry about all this nonsense. I said, look, regarding your sister, I'm referring to Anu's mom. Let her know that if she decides to go back to complete her degree program, her daughter can be enrolled in Adeleke University High School, boarding school, on scholarship as well, to remove the burden of caring for her from your mom, but only if she decides to return to school. I even offered that the little girl Anu can go to Adeleke University High School, boarding school, while the mom goes back to Adeleke University to complete her degree, so that both of them will be in the same ede, and the grandma will not be burdened with taking care of the child. So that I hope that answers your question.
One final question.
Sure.
There is a reported DNA test result flying on social media through that same person. The result says the probability of paternity is priority, it says about 50% chance of the alleged person to be the father of someone else. Can you okay, tell us that this one is fake?
Can I see it? I just want to see whether it's the same DNA profile. The father. So, okay, 11, 12, and it's not fake. But you can see the same one is the same as this. Look, see what it says here? Even the one she published.
Yes.
Probability of paternity is what?
It's blood. Yeah.
No, it's not. This is this.
Okay, 0.00. Yes.
That is it.
So this one is doctor.
No, it's not. No, this is the one she sent. Look at it. This is one you are showing me.
Yes, this is one I'm showing you.
Hey, look at it. Read it.
Yes, 0.00.
Probability of paternity.
Yes.
This is the same one.
Some people cannot read, and they don't read to understand. That's the reason why this. God, I beg go.
She must have collected it from that family. Look at it now. 0.00.
Okay.
This is it.
So you see why he just said something now that Kemi Olunloyo must have collected it from that family. What that tells me is that this narrative that even Mr. Adeleke is trying to push, that they have nothing to do with Madam Kemi's behavior, they did not send her, she's just going on her own, is not even true. Because even the DNA result, where else would Kemi have gotten the DNA result if not from them? Meaning they are all working together. They are all working together. Do you get? They are all working together. It's like he himself, I don't really understand his level of naivete. I don't understand it. Why he's so naive. Mr. Adeleke, I mean, why? Like, even in spite of everything that has happened, he's still going to bat for like defending, to some degree, defending them. There's something weird going on, honestly. This story not make sense at all. Doesn't make any sense. You've done 5 DNA tests showing that the child is not a member of your family. You've done 5 DNA tests across 2 cousins, your nephew and your son. And each time the test shows that he's not your family member, the child is not related to you. And then you can't just move on, block the family member that is always being goody two shoes, sending you message or whatever. You can't just block them and move on. Now, wow, which kind of gullibility be this? Now I see where Davido get why they like, I don't get it. Your business, the minute all those so-called DNA test results came back and they showed that this child is not related to any member of your family, that would have been the end of the whole situation. That would have been the end. That would have been you saying bye-bye. Bye. Because humans are humans. If you give them a stitch, they will want to take 9. If you give them a yard, they want to take 9.
As this one. What I want you to see, look, this is what I checked. If you look at this, the DNA profile, okay, she's crazy. For publishing this, we are going to sue her because it's crazy. It's dangerous.
So he's saying we're going to sue her. He's talking about we're going to sue her. For some reason, it's still not computing that the mother of the child is working in conjunction with Kemi Olunloyo. Why is that not registering for this man? I don't see his anger towards that. Where is his anger about that? Where is his rage? Where is his outrage about the fact that this person that you've tried to help, even after the realization that your son is not the father of her child, you still went ahead and helped, blah, 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 only for her to end up colluding and conniving with Madam Kemi, your loan lawyer, while they are adamantly denying that she's not acting on their behalf. Where is the outrage about that? This family now, wow. God, I beg.
I don't know if you can send this to me, please. Okay, look. You can see it's the same profile.
Yes.
17, 16, all this same to David.
So she has leaked out his
DNA profile, which is wrong. And the little girl's own as well. Because this is her own. See, this is a child, a minor.
Well,
She can go to jail for this.
it's the mother that gave Kemi permission now. It's the mother that gave Kemi permission to like do whatever. So you were just talking about how they need permission this and they need permission that. And now the mother has given permission, you know. Peace Preacher says Kemi mentioned that she was given a copy of the DNA test result when she was still actively working with girl's mother as their spokesperson back in 2014. So it was the woman that gave Kemi permission. So you cannot sue. If you're going to sue Kemi, you can sue her for other things. I'm sure that she's liable. But as far as privacy, giving permission, it was the mother that gave permission. So you can't sue her for that. And all this talk about how Davido's DNA will be compromised and this and that, all those things are just excuses, Oga. Like I said at the beginning of this live stream, all that talk about how you don't want to publish certain aspects of the DNA test result because it will compromise Davido and put him at risk of being framed for something or the other. You claim to have 2 PhD, like you should know that that's not how that works. Okay, that's not how that works. Mm. Joy says, after this explanation, what's next? Because the mother is disagreeing with the file result. Your suggestion, the suggestion that you made, it I think is a really good one. They should do a public DNA test so that everybody can see. Like, he took out time, he spent so much time analyzing, discussing this. So they can equally just organize a DNA test, live stream it, and then live stream the result as well. Like, what if you can take time out of your busy or not so busy schedule to sit there and do a press conference and and talking about DNA, then you can also take out time to basically um do a live stream of the DNA test, and then we can put an end to all of this.
unfortunate.
Look at
I will share this with
and look at it. Look at it. She's talking about the probability is what they look. Probability of paternity. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you the same clinic. Okay, I'm going to show each one of you. This is Emade's own. What is probability of paternity? What is this?
99.99.
99.999%.
This is 100%.
That's for Imade. For her, look. So I want to show this, and I'm emphasizing that the reason why we did DNA test for Imade is not because we doubt that Imade is our child. Imade is our child from day one. But American embassy, this passport application, American passport, they require it.
I love that he is going out of his way to explain this because he knows that Chioma mad supporters, they are going to say, ha ha, they did not, they did DNA for him because they did not believe that Davido was the father. They are always looking for a reason. That's the reason why this man is very intentional about letting people know that there was not one single iota of doubt that Imade was Davido's child. There was not one singled out. That's not why they did the paternity. They did the paternity because it was required. It is the law. It has always been the law. It did not start on account of Imade. It has always been the law that an American citizen, when you have a child outside of America and you want to apply for passport for that child, you have to like get a DNA to prove that that child is biologically yours. If it is a situation of adoption, that's a completely different scenario. You can also apply based on adoption, and then you can show papers, you know, proof, evidence that you have legally adopted this child. But if this is your blood, your flesh and blood, and you are applying for a passport for that child based on the fact that this is your biological child, then you must carry out, this is a way to avoid fraud. That's why they do it. So I love how he's very intentional about letting people know that the paternity of Imade was not in dispute. They were not disputing it. That's not the reason why they had a paternity test, because they know how people on this social media, they know, he knows how they move. Even though he has gone out of his way to say, I'm not on social media, I'm not on this, he knows how they move. So that's why he's going out of his way to like explain that the reason why they did a paternity was strictly because of the law as it applies to America. So I love that he's very intentional about that, because he knows all the mad people on social media looking for a reason to drag Sophia will say, they did not trust that Imade was Davido's child. That was why they did DNA test. We know how they move in this social media street, especially when it comes to Sophia. Whenever they hear of Sophia, their clitoris go just stand. They will be orgasming on themselves whenever they hear about Sophia matter. So I love that he's being very intentional about that.
And luckily, the same lab did the one for Imadi and Anu, one of the tests, on one hand. On the other hand, the lab they went to, my late son, Ifai, the boy that died, baby's boy that died, this is on DNA. When he wanted to apply for, it's difficult for me to bring this out. But it's the same lab.
Oh, God, I God. Papa, but seriously, Papa Davido. Just imagine only only one picking. Only one son. Now you just they make you they carry you go DNA office. Like you have become a DNA expert over one son because he cannot keep his little John to himself. Davido, don't they send you go DNA office up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. God I beg, oh, God I beg. And then all the people when they like to drag Sophia, shebi they don't hear her now say even Ifeanyi himself, they even do DNA for Ifeanyi. They not go hear that one, no. Now Sophia own na they shag them for body. Even my late beautiful Ifeanyi, beautiful boy that I cried when that boy passed away. You guys were here when we were talking about it. I was shaking, I was crying. Whew. Over picking when I never see you. I don't know him from anything, just how beautiful he was. Now God know who use teeth take share me to, whether not the one way they inside tongue big pass the one way he give person. Only God knows. That's why I'm gonna leave that at.
And Anu's the second one. And if you compare, it's difficult for me to bring this out. The boy that died, baby's boy that died, the one for Imadi and Anu, one of the tests, on one hand. On the other hand, the lab they went to, my late son, Ifai, the boy that died, baby's boy that died, this is his own DNA. When he wanted to apply for, it's difficult for me to bring this out, but it's the same lab.
Oga, because of Davido, you don't become customer for that DNA lab. Ah, because of Davido. Davido, you see the disgrace. You see the disgrace that you are bringing onto your family. You see the shame and disgrace that you're bringing to your family. Because of only you, your papa don't become regular customer for DNA office. Your papa don't become regular customer for DNA lab. Hey, God, I beg.
That did Ifeanyi's own and Anu's the second one. And if you compare the result, I'll read the.
Joy says, exactly my thoughts. Why don't you just block someone who's spoiling your reputation in the public after all the tests you've done? After all the tests you've done came out negative. Exactly. For me, like, there's something not quite right from this whole scenario. Something is not right, man.
This Ifeanyi's own, the same lab. And you look at the profile they used, you see it's exactly the same for David. Both in both Ifeanyi's own and Anu's own. Look at what result DNA profile analysis. Okay, let somebody come and read. Please, madam, come and read this. Just this is the one, read from here, result up to here.
Result of DNA profile analysis. Alleged father and child do not share any common alleles, at least 3 out of 15 loci. Based on testing results obtained from DNA samples listed above, it is concluded that alleged father is excluded as being the biological father of the tested child.
Okay, please read this one. This is from here. This is the one for late Ifeanyi. Difficult, but I need it to prove a point. No, it's okay. Read it. It's all right. It's fine. Read it.
Results of DNA profile analysis. Alleged father is not excluded as being the biological father of the tested child. Based on testing results obtained from analysis of the DNA sample listed above, the probability of paternity is above 99.99%. Based on this, it is concluded that paternity is practically proven.
Same laboratory. The one you wrote now is for the late Ifeanyi when he wanted to apply for his American passport. So I just realized that it's the same lab for one of the tests.
Oga, now I guess where I'm going to leave this at is that since you went above and beyond, I wasn't even expecting him to go and pull out DNA tests of his other grandchildren or whatever. Since you really wanted to just put it all on the line, you might as well just do one more DNA test. Do one for all of us. Like, you've already gone above and beyond. You've already posted DNA test of even late Ifeanyi. So you might as well just do one more. Obviously, you have the time, because if you didn't have the time, you would not be out here bringing DNA tests of all your other grandchildren. Since you want to bring DNA tests, then let's just do one more. Do one more DNA test, and do it publicly. Let all of us see, let all of us witness it, and then when the result comes out, we will all read the result out. You will read the result for all of us, so that, yeah, you've already showed us DNA test of all your other grandchildren. So you might as well just have a live stream DNA test done to, put all of this to bed once and for all. That's my suggestion. It was actually Joy's suggestion, which I completely agree with.
for Anu, for Ifeanyi, the same lab. And same lab for the other test. For the so we have done this. Whether David does this, some people in social media say, let him, even if it's 10 times, let him go and do. Why will you do? It will not change. It's like fingerprint. My DNA is not the same as David, even though it's my son. Even if you have identical twins, they have their science have proven that the DNA is separate, it's different. So the most important thing is to check the David's DNA profile in the two. So what I want us to do, please, I want us to check one by one. We are not too many of us here. Okay, sir, starting from you, please come.
This man get time. This man get time. This man get time, for goodness sakes. Hey, this man get time. Oga, since you get time like this, abeg, make we do another live stream DNA, abeg. That will set this matter to rest once and for all. Please, let's do that.
Do this so that to make assurance double sure. Okay, look at David's. This one is for this Emadi and David. Okay, this is father. This is the profile. Okay, this is the one with Anu. Okay, please, can you? Okay, I'm not going to say it out. Even if you are recording us. So look at the profile. See the numbers. 23, 24. Yeah. 11. See, father. 13, 6, 11.
Now, wow.
Okay, that's one.
That's how billionaire get
one of the
time.
four.
This
So
one
if
shockalize me.
as the grandmother alleged that David switched the samples, would the DNA profile be the same as in the one of Emadi and this girl? Is it not exactly the same? 1 minute. The other lab that did the second one for to compare. This is alleged father. This is David's alleged father. Look at this same lab. Just one by one. 21, 21, 14, 15, 28, 36, 28, 36, 7, 18, 17, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18. This 23, 24, 11,
God, I
16,
beg.
17, 16.
This one shocked me,
15,
guys, honestly.
15
Wow.
point, and this 15, 16.3. 18. Okay. This is the one for late fine. The same lab. This is the one for Anu with David. This is the DNA profile. Alleged father. Okay. See, these are the things they call it S.
Oh, wow. Let me see. Now, for me, I just feel like this. I don't know, man. There's something weird going on, honestly. Something weird is going on, guys. Because this makes no sense. This makes no sense. For this man to have the time to be doing this. Anyways, guys, this is the end of the video. I think there is more. Let me see. Wait, let me see. Let me see if I can. Now, Davido doing Papa this one, oh, guys. And Davido doing Papa because this is embarrassing. I don't know. Okay. So if there is more tomorrow, I will look around. If there is more, we'll cover more. But yeah, that's the video, guys. This is sad. Davido, now you do your papa like this, so now you humiliate your dad like this because you lack discipline. See what they use man, they do. Can't they explain DNA matter to people? You don't show, the man don't come show or say, na inside DNA office, na for the inside DNA lab, na for the doing pastime, like because of Davido. Now wow. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I didn't even realize that time had gone as far as it has gone. I was only supposed to be here for a little bit. But I'm glad I was able to cover as much as I did. I will follow up the story. If there is more, I think the video is not over. I'll go and look for the rest of the video. And then we can do the rest of the reaction tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so nice to see you guys. Happy New Year. I am back now, guys. I am fully back by the grace of God. And we are going to rock this year. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Joyce, for the gifts. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you guys. Please, guys, just as you guys are just here now, as I always see you now, so can you guys just please hit the like button, please? Just like up this live for me. Thank you guys so much. I will catch you guys later. Bye.